Hello and welcome to yet a brand new and exciting week of The Desk. Now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. And by the way, today's actually somewhat a very interesting one because it's an exclusive. We are on the road in Bugolobi at Casa de Roy Bar and Restaurant. Thank you very much for giving us this space to shoot and air plus sensitize the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is going to be a peculiar one because I have two gentlemen on the desk. One has been here before, Tukundane Ivan and Akatwijuka Stewart. We're going to be talking about the education status quo of the country. I tell you, there are a lot of things when we talk about the education sector of the country because when the pandemic hit, it destabilized everything. But guess what? Some sectors were open and others were not. But the most hit were the education and the entertainment. Now, last week, we talked a little bit about the entertainment. Now, we talk about the education sector. What next? What should we do right? I want to start with my man, Tukundane Ivan. He's been here before, but we're going to just tackle it. The other time, he nearly got me arrested by attacking the person of the president. However, he's back on the desk tonight. And we're going to be, having a chit-chat, finding out what next for the education sector. And you can follow this very lovely discussion on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do it for Shadrach Kisame, do it for U24 Television, and do it for The Desk. Now we're here, and we're broadcasting in Bugolobi. Remember, it's an exclusive. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are just bongering. COVID has destabilized everything.
True.
I want to start with you, Ivan. You've been here before. And we were brainstorming here and there, what's happening, what next. But let's just talk about the status quo of the education sector.
Thank you very much. And I want first to correct you behind. You said I attacked. I did not attack. I spoke the truth about someone whom we call the unattachable. But as the pandemic came, really the education sector was badly hit, seriously hit.
Yeah.
We had the first lockdown, and when we had just resumed,
Yeah.
we thought we are going to pick up and we stabilize.
Yeah.
But again, we went in for a second lockdown, and as per now, when you see, there are no hopes of reopening.
Really? There are no
When
hopes.
when
the president said we're opening soon. Didn't he say
The
that?
president said that those who are claiming that children, young girls are getting pregnant,
Yeah.
that those ones, it is okay, they can get pregnant. They will not die.
It is okay. They rather get
That is
pregnant.
the commander-in-chief, fountain of one of the country.
No, but we've started on a very high note. Before I bring in Stuart,
Yes.
Ivan, to have your sister die, wouldn't you rather she gets pregnant maybe?
Who tells you that those who have resumed to school, they die? In Kenya, our neighbors,
Yes.
they have just resumed, just recently. Are you telling me that all of them are going to die? We can have sensitive precautionary measures
Yes.
that we can adapt, and we succeed with education because we cannot risk the human capital of the country.
At this point, I bring in Stuart.
Yes, sir.
This is your first time here. That man is a politician. When we start, we won't stop. But let's just pick it up from where the president said that those girls, it's okay, let them get pregnant. Much better off than them going to schools and dying. What is your take as a student?
Me as a student, it's something very ashamed. Because if you find that, as a president can say that we have to see that one as something very simple. No. I cannot believe in such a thing. Me as Stewart, I'm not going to be like any other person. Me as Stewart.
Yeah.
If I'm the president of Uganda now.
Yeah, let's imagine.
Right now, if I'm the president of Uganda.
What would you do?
Schools, entertainment should be now moving on.
Why? You want people to die?
No, I'm not of that kind to murder people or to wish them to die right now.
Yeah.
But I would have taken measures to look for the way to start that thing one by one.
Okay, just bringing in one at a go, one at a go.
One
Are
at
you
a go.
saying this because you're a student?
No, I'm not just saying this because I'm a student.
Yeah.
Like last time, they opened up schools, like in steps.
Yes.
They first opened finalists.
Yeah.
Then after they opened another class,
Did
another
that
class.
help? Did that help?
Yeah, it helped at first. But at the end, when they relaxed,
Yeah.
the schools, you find that the whole campus at the gate there is no any they designed sanitizers.
Yeah.
There is no the students can enter without masks.
Yeah, no.
I think that thing again increased the rate of the people getting
sick.
Yeah,
Now, you make
getting
a very important statement when you say, Ivan, he makes a very important point when he says that last time as they opened in phases, there was no control. So the president does not want to risk that.
Now let me tell you, to know
Because
that
Ivan, he makes an important point and he says, last time we were opening in phases, guess what schools did? Took advantage of it, let everybody in, numbers increased.
You see, the problem with you want to force me to believe what you believe in, which is not the case. What I'm saying,
Yes.
when you want to know that this country is still a developing country,
Yeah.
you look at the precedents. We had COVID-19 last time,
Yeah.
and everyone acknowledged it because it was our first scenario.
Yeah.
By this time, we expect that we have learned.
Yeah.
Our neighbor on African continent, South Africa, is the hardest hit country as far as COVID-19 cases are concerned.
Yeah.
Over 50,000 cases.
Yeah.
But they have reopened. They have revised their ways. And we see what is disturbing our country is one.
Yeah.
Minister of Health, there are some people who are exclusively very happy with what is happening. The close of schools
Yeah.
is the happiness of some. Some people are earning seriously in our not going back to school.
But we should stay away from conspiracies. He makes a very important point when he says, okay, you pleaded last time, the president said, hey, you guys have a point. Let me open up, let me give candidates. Candidates come in, you take advantage, and everyone comes in, no sanitizers, like he said, no masks.
I am not speaking this from a selfish point of view because I'm a student.
Yeah.
But I am speaking it from an honest point of view.
Yeah.
As a country,
Yeah.
you see, there is no way how we are going to develop.
Yeah.
There is no way how we are going to put down our education.
Yeah.
And we think we are heading anywhere. Yes, we appreciate there is of COVID.
Yeah.
But we must go an extra mile and we look for exceptional precautionary measures.
Yeah, yeah.
So that some part of students are doing what? Are studying. Now, like, for example, when you look at universities,
Yeah.
universities are the best institutions. I'm not saying this because I'm a university student, no. But they can be good areas, good examples. Open those institutions
Yeah.
and they begin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that other institutions, other secondary schools and primary,
Yeah.
they can look from there. Like, for example, Chambogo. When you look at Chambogo, it is a very university which is very interesting and it can make you cry. It is preparing graduation now, but it is celebrating as if it is going to make 100 years. Other universities graduated long time ago. Students who are ahead of us
Yeah.
have already graduated. So it is not thinking about anything like reopening us.
No, but it's not in the... Because here
Makerere
yet
is a
again...
university in Uganda.
Yes.
And Chukuni is just near Chambogo.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me that COVID is not in Chukuni, is in Chambogo?
No, I think different institutions operate differently.
They are both government. When you are Chambogo and the university follows the calendar from the government. And you see, the problem, majority of us, I don't think we understand. There is government and state.
You want to teach us...
Government belongs to the ruling party, NRM. State is the state of the Republic of Uganda. All of us, we belong to the state.
Stuart is laughing. You want to disagree?
Yeah, but this one, I call it like because he's a man of opposition. I think you understand.
I'm not opposition. I just speak the truth. But you have just branded me that.
No, I'm not branding you like that. But don't bring it in that way. That state, but the government is the NRM.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the government. What is government?
No, the government is regarded. That's why, like, for example, when we are talking about the spokesperson of the government, Mr. Ofono Pondo Podel, is now chosen by NRM, the ruling party. Even when people power comes in, it will choose Joel Senyonyi.
So can NRM choose Joel Senyonyi as government spokesperson?
No, because to move if you want the government to move the way you want,
Yeah.
the chief in command is the one responsible for that thing.
Exactly. So you choose
So you
people
have
who
to
believe in you.
who believe in you.
Yeah.
But if Joel Senyon can work together with General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni,
Yes.
I think General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni can work with General Joel Senyon.
So I let me as we go for a short break.
Because I think government is the people. We are the government.
people.
We the
So
government.
then
We the people.
and-
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
there is what they call State of Republic of Uganda, and then the government of Uganda. Those two things, the majority, even the ones we call seniors, they don't understand those things.
Mm-hmm.
But what I mean is, Makerere University and Chambogo University, we move away from politics. They all belong to the state. They are state institutions.
Yeah.
And so the calendar and the timetable
Yeah.
is the same. So when you see Makerere operating, you ask yourself, why not you Chambogo are also operating?
No,
If
but-
you, right now as we are talking, they are doing examinations. People whom we left in high schools, they are going to graduate.
And then you old men.
For us, Chambogo, I don't know. We have our vice chancellor,
Yeah.
is the chairman National Council,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for him he tells you that he's going for whatever comes from the state house. And you ask yourself, Makerere is progressing. Are you not sympathizing with us, the university? So when I tell you
So
that
I want
person is
so I want you to look in that camera and tell a few words to your vice chancellor before we go for a short break.
please, it is a humble request. I speak this with courtesy and respect. Please think otherwise. We students of Chambogo, we are not happy with you. Please, put all the mechanisms to see that at least the university is operating. Because if we see our fellows are operating, and for you, you are telling us that you are going to do whatever comes from State House, really, we don't understand you.
All right, Ivan Tukundane right there. I doubt this man will ever graduate. But anyway, because all the time our lecturers, our vice chancellor, let's just pray for him. Otherwise, the way he's attacking his teachers.
I'm not attacking them, I'm speaking the truth.
Oh, that's done. Let's go for a short break. But when we come back, we still dive deep into what is next for the education sector of the country. Do not go away. The desk takes a break, and the desk returns in a bit. And by the way, if you're just joining us, I'm afraid you've missed the very first insightful segment of this very lovely episode of The Desk, where we're talking. There's so much politics, although we're supposed to be talking about the education status quo. But Mr. Ivan Tukundane, this man, he can never be put to the wall. You can never leave him in a corner. He always wants to politic. Nonetheless, he has his facts on hand, and he's trying to actually air out his views and concerns. They are students from Chambogo University, and they are trying to think. There are a few, they're actually a sample from the millions of students that are out there, desperate, frustrated. Others have resorted to marriage. Before we even continue, Ivan, a lot of your mates have resorted to now say marriage, say business, abavuga border. But with the code, 2 years is a very, very long time for the ones that were not in candidate classes, like he said.
And you don't
Talk
blame
to
them.
those people.
You don't blame those people because we are coming from different backgrounds and we are exposed to different environments. So when you look at somebody saying that it is okay, they can get married, they have nothing to do. Now create a scenario that a big man like me, I'm in my father's house. Every other day I wake up and look at him. What do you think would be the end result? Domestic violence. Like, for example, we are 1,100 students in year one, semester one. Right now, as I speak, we are 700. Even now, with the 700, I'm getting in WhatsApp groups of wedding and introduction. So you see, majority.
Slow down. So these are your fellow students.
My fellow students in the same class.
And then before you know it, your number is, you've been added to Paul and Trisha's wedding.
Yes.
And these were your classmates. And you think, what's going on?
No, you ask yourself really, as the country, if you are still also supporting this, it is very strategic and a miscalculation which is going to cost the country and the economy.
What does that do to the economy? Because what we're trying to build is human resource. What then does that do in the next coming years?
Now, like, for example, when we look at Germany, Singapore, Russia, and those developed countries, they so much depend on people with brains.
Yeah.
The reason why African countries, majority of them are called the developing countries, is
Yeah.
that even before COVID, they have been using much of physical body than the brain. Now, guess what with COVID? Even the few who had started adopting the brain.
The brain, yes.
Now we are saying that Vision 2040, we are going in takeoff stage. I'm telling you, even we are moving from traditional stage. I don't know the stage we are going to.
But is that the government to blame, Stuart? This
No,
COVID.
it's not
Nobody
the
has nobody has control over it.
No, but we are still on. Let's go back to education.
Yes.
In Chambogo.
Yeah.
I was studying with someone my HSC.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. When I was in HSC, she was in senior 3.
yeah, yeah.
But now is in her final year in Mbarara. Bishop
Must.
Stewart, yeah, it's Bishop Stewart, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's in his final year.
Final year, yeah.
So if you see me, I'm in Chambogo, but I'm praying that we get done with the education. So I don't
who
know.
is that to blame? Is that your institution?
I think we blame Chambogo with our vice chancellor.
Together with the government, because the government is the one which presides over
Yeah.
the activities of the nation.
But if it was the government, then Makerere would be
uh-huh,
suffering the same
other
thing.
universities would
Yeah,
be
would
like
be-
us.
would be
It's
suffering
be
like
like
you.
Chambogo.
Let me
Don't
tell
blame
you.
the government there either. I
Ivan,
think
Stuart,
Yes.
Stuart, so what do you think? Is it the government or the
it's
institution?
not the government. There it's the institution. But I think it's because Mr. Our vice chancellor,
Yeah.
Katunguka,
It's called
professor,
Yeah,
He studied for
yeah,
Professor Katunguka
yeah, yeah.
follows the government. That's why this man is blaming him. That is following order, or you call them what?
other directives from the state.
From the state.
But then that leaves me wondering. Makerere is operating all other
Other
government
universities.
institutions.
Even this, if it comes to private.
So that has nothing to do with the government.
Now let me tell you, the government in its framework of this COVID,
Yeah.
it is saying none of the institutions are open.
Yeah.
And you don't tell me that they are not aware that Makerere is open. But for you, Chambogo, you say no. For me, you're not open. I will abide by whatever comes from the state.
Then he's being a good citizen. He doesn't want you people to die.
Now let me tell you, I don't want to use a hard word, but really,
Yeah.
that one does not describe you as being a good citizen. When you are just pressing millions of students to the wall, you
Yeah,
are making
yeah.
your fellow students, they are getting married because of those delayed decisions.
Yeah.
You must be a very strategic decision maker.
Yeah.
That even in hard times, you can really improvise. If you look at the entertainment, you see there are some people improvising, doing online like this, trying to figure it out.
But the government has brought online studies, right?
When
People are
we went in
studying
the
online.
lockdown,
Yeah.
they are saying that we went in online studies. But you can't go online for 7 months without even knowing when we are going to do exams.
Yes,
They have failed to design a system whereby we can access online exams. So how do you tell me that Shadrach, I will come in the same field with you and compete? I will not have excuses that
Yeah.
I was in COVID, that I did not get my transcript.
Yeah, you make a point there.
Yes,
Stuart.
Mr. Moderator. Was it yesterday? I was on the TV. I saw our professor, vice chancellor.
Yeah.
He told us that Chambogo is not going to study online because we don't have gadgets to use. So now you hear. By
So-
the
so
way,
who is-
by
so-
the close,
Yeah.
when they were closing,
Yeah.
they told us that we are going to study online.
Even when recently when he appeared on UBC to answer the questions that these current candidates who are going to graduate, their information was deleted. He said that 70% of students were studying online. Now you ask yourself, who are those?
No, but who is before we even go to get to the online? Who is supposed to buy the gadgets for you and the data?
Who tells him that we are not having gadgets?
So you have the gadgets.
we have the
we
gadgets,
have
but
them.
that
Who tells
the
him?
lecturers.
Yeah.
One time I was still telling you, by
Yeah.
the time they were closing,
Yeah. Yeah.
when they were closing, they told us we are going to study online.
Yeah.
The lecturer connected us on this Zoom lectures.
Yeah.
So we started the lecture. By the end of 40 minutes, he called the coordinator because he disappeared on the Zoom. Then he called the coordinator that, no, I'm in the village and data,
My
is,
data
done,
is done.
and the shop is very far. So,
The lecturer who receives 4+ million and is claiming that is done. And that one should be a facilitation from government because this is a state institution. That's why I tell you the government is also partly to blame.
No,
but
no.
also
What
the
if the
systems
government?
of,
No, what if the government availed the resources, but the institution is not properly appropriating the
by the way,
funds?
for your own information,
Yeah.
for me, in my own view, and a few people will believe in me, if the systems cannot change, they must resign. We cannot remain in this system.
So who exactly do you want to resign?
You see, the Chambog as a university
Yeah.
is not ruled or managed by one man. But you are there just to preside over other administrators.
Yeah.
So we shall call upon all the concerned people.
Yeah.
They will be made to resign because we cannot remain in such systems. They are heading us nowhere. We are we are the future generation of the country.
Yeah.
They are making a country to lose out on us.
So going back to your lesson where the lecturer went off because they did have data and left all of you hanging. Did you have another lesson again? What happened next?
no, but I think we stopped there because we got like 2 lectures. After the lockdown,
Yeah.
we got like 2 lectures.
Online.
All the groups, WhatsApp groups disappeared. We stopped there. Then we started our new life. I looked for a job somewhere.
That's it.
Yeah, I started working.
You had paid tuition.
Now, this
Yeah,
is the
we
lucky
paid
one.
tuition.
This is the lucky one. He looked for a job and found it.
Yes.
But now create a scenario, a man like me. I don't have a job. I'm in Kampala. The landlord is demanding. Those are the challenges, the few challenges I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I have to eat.
Yeah.
And I have to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really. I am here. I am jobless.
Yeah.
And just I am a drop in an ocean. Majority are even
Yeah,
worse
you're
than-
just a sample from
Yes.
the many. Yeah.
So now, I don't think, you see, for me, I have a feeling that our pain is not their pain. Because for us, by sitting home, if he's getting his 20 or 50 millions on account, he will not feel the same pain with us. And no wonder, the children of those people are not in Uganda. That's what pains me. Assuming I am having them, they are also suffering the same way I'm doing. I would say, okay, we shall see.
How sure are you? Maybe they are.
Let me tell you, there are some things that don't want evidence. Because for me, you're not to go and photograph someone in Harvard and I bring the evidence. But that is a fact. Hey, those people who are just in government enjoying our money, their sons are studying from abroad. And even those few, like for example, we are testing for COVID.
Yeah.
Some are just boarding an aeroplane and they are going to test from abroad. But for you to get a job also,
Yeah.
you first stand on Chambogo College vaccination center for like a week. So that's why I tell you that our pain is not their pain. And they are going to resign. They are joking with the people's power.
Yeah.
The moment the people you are ruling or you are administering are not contented and are tired of you, trust me, they are going to make you resign because you are majority stakeholders.
Okay. As we go for a short break, this man is politicking.
I am not politicking.
Yes,
You see, that is the problem.
just
And you
that-
people in media,
Yeah.
you people in media, you
Yeah.
are the one causing this problem. Instead of also backing us and you say real students should open,
Yeah.
you just also condemn us. We are
No,
we are speaking the fact.
No, I'm not condemning you, but I'm playing the devil's advocate here, and I want to understand both sides.
But
Because when the president comes out and says, "Hey, people are gonna die," so for us to, other than having death, it's better they get married. The few that are getting married. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we talk about what next. Honestly, what's happening? Maybe before you go for a short break, I want you to look in that camera and tell the vice chancellor what you exactly want. Is it to do exams and leave or to graduate tomorrow? Just look in that camera. And tell me.
me, like, or I call it an advice to the vice chancellor. Like, if I'm a vice chancellor of Chambogo University right now,
Yeah.
I can do what other universities are doing.
Yeah.
Like, we start online education.
Yeah.
Students are like, because other universities are doing that,
Yeah.
which means if other universities are capable of that, why not Chambogo?
Why not you guys?
Why not
You
we?
don't become exception in failing. You become exception in excelling.
Because all of us-
university now it is almost failing.
We
But
all
it
Okay,
is exception.
okay, gentlemen, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we start exactly right there. Now, do not go away. The desk takes a break, and the desk returns in a bit. Now, very many thanks go out to at Casa de Roy proprietor Suochola de Roy. Thank you very much for giving us this space, this beautiful ambience to shoot here the desk. Now we're broadcasting here in Bugolobi. Casa de Roy is actually at Luthuli Avenue in Bugolobi. Now, you can follow this very lovely discussion on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can do that for Shadrach Kisame, you can do that for U24, and you can do that for The Desk. Now, The Desk has 10 minutes to go. If you're a student or you're a parent or you're a stakeholder in the education sector, you better sit back, relax, better lean forward or even stand up as the two gentlemen actually tell us what they would want for way forward, what it is like to be a student post-COVID, during COVID. What next for the students? Ivan, as we wind up this thing, realistically speaking, without politicking, what would you want to happen now? Because you're overdue. You're supposed to be out of school job hunting.
Of course, for me, I appreciate that COVID is there, but they must also create a space, or they put precautions that are going to allow us to reopen schools. Like, for example, we university students, I think we are the best institutions whereby we can exhibit a high precautionary measures.
No, don't even go there. I doubt.
Now let me tell you,
university students are the most indisciplined. You tell them, come to Ivan. I was at the university also. You tell someone, come to class smartly dressed. When you mention smartly dressed, that is when you will come in sandals, armless.
That is not a pandemic. We are in times of pandemic. When they talk of pandemic, we are talking about life and death.
Do they know that? Do your mates know that?
They really know. And actually, let me tell you, it's only that we are the ones who have had the platform. But assuming we are able to get out all the students, they would see how they are hungry to finish. The moment you are doing something because it is benefiting you, they will mind about. Nobody wants to die. However stubborn you may be, but you cannot fail to protect yourself. So, for me, first of all, I call upon all my fellow students. Come and add a voice. Create platforms. Last time they were condemning, you see, in 2011, there is an MP who said that students should be allowed to get phones so that we improve our education. And everybody was almost butchering him. But now you ask yourself, we are in COVID. Do you know what is going to come after COVID? Even we don't know the time when we are going to be speaking the language of post-COVID. So we must operate.
And we already at post-COVID.
So we must operate within within every means, but we must make sure that education comes back.
Ivan, realistically speaking, aren't we at post-COVID now?
Post-COVID? Well, they are saying that third wave already, they are admitting very many students. Recently, I was at UBC, they were showing me clips in Mulago. That now the media doesn't want to bring it out, but already patients are many.
For third wave?
For third wave. And they are saying that fourth wave is also in other countries.
Fourth wave?
Yes. So it means that we are going to be having many phases as possible.
So you shall have a 10th
So we
wave.
cannot just sit and we say, no, we must learn from our past experience. We had COVID before, so really we should sit as a country and we work out all possible means. We begin schooling at whatever costs.
Before I bring in Stuart here, Ivan, why don't you just go out or something like that?
No, you see, all of us, now let me ask
because you're complaining about age.
If all of us we are going to lay bricks, who is going to buy them? We don't have, you see, the major problem of Uganda is also market. Now we are going to lay bricks, are we going to buy them ourselves? So really, you see, we must increase the human resource through education. By all standards, we must study. So they must create platforms that are going to allow us to study.
But
do you know, let me remind you this. We have 2 senior ones, we have 2 senior 5s, and we have 2 university year ones. So now you ask already, we are congested this way. How are we going to do it? Instead of them creating platforms that maybe let's years go and they occupy spaces. For them, they are still comfortable. I let them get pregnant. And
no. The last time they allowed you candidates come here,
they learned from experiences. How sure are you that they did not learn? You see, that is the problem. That for you keep benchmarking on the mistakes someone made.
So what should we benchmark on?
No. Now, the students who made the same mistake, or the schools, also I acknowledge.
This is a point of life and death, not learning.
Yes, let me tell you. that now that we run the tactics they used
Yeah.
last time to keep students who had COVID,
Yeah.
now we can change the strategy.
Yeah.
The government, if you are presiding over a country, you have a full control. You put strict measures.
Stuart,
Yes.
do you think that students have now learned it won't be like last time where they were opened candidates and they were not sanitizing? Do you think students are ready?
But I think now Chambogo students have punished, but they have punished them enough.
No. Let us not talk about Chambo.
Let us talk about the entire.
Okay. entire scope, KIU.
Right now,
Yeah.
like me, I wish that the president
Yeah.
or any other task force should say that, like in Kenya, this cabinet minister Mahogoya
Yeah.
said that if they get you without a mask,
Yeah.
you are not sanitizing, they are going to penalty you.
Yeah.
So if last time here in Uganda, when we are going in this second wave, when they were locking down,
Yeah.
when they said that when they find you in town without a mask, they are going to penalty you.
Yeah.
All the people were having masks,
Are
were
we sure?
sanitizing.
I wish you all of them were in Chikubo.
But because they closed those things.
Yeah.
But when we are going to town,
Yeah.
you find that you have to be with a mask.
Yeah.
If they get you, you know you are going to pay like amount of this money. So in Kenya, when they told them like that,
Yeah.
the students, if they find that your kid is not having a mask, I think a parent is the one to pay.
Yeah.
So why not we here Uganda? Why can't we do so?
No,
they
but
say that if
are you the students ready? Are you ready now?
for us
this
we
time?
are ready.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to come in.
Yeah.
But Shadrach, I want first to remind you
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
The government said it is going to open after vaccinating a certain reasonable
Yeah,
percentage
yeah,
of
yeah,
students. But the same government has not even purchased a half vaccine. It is depending on donations. So now why not to blame Ria?
Government has no money.
It has no money.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Government has no money.
IMF donated COVID money to come and help. Even last lockdown, you saw the amounts of money.
Last
we collected.
lockdown, it's been spending.
You see, that is the problem
You got
with
prime
you journalists.
minister, you got
No.
prime
For
minister's
you,
money.
you are always on the side.
No,
defending
facts.
it. But
You got Nabanja money.
You
Did,
cannot-
did
you-
people get Nabanja money?
you want to tell
No,
me that
I
the
never
government
received
is not
that
even
money.
having is not even having
Maybe Ivan.
some money to get a bunch of some.
Ivan, did you receive Nabanja money?
I did not.
I
Even
never
if you,
received
even
that
if
money,
you
but-
did,
and
would you tell us on
No,
screen that
I
you did?
registered
I will be
myself.
honest with myself.
Even where I registered from,
Yeah.
we can go
I'll
and
be honest
cross-check.
with you.
I never
Sorry,
received
Shadrach,
that money.
A country which has
But
not
people
even
got.
bothered.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Ivan. I'm not discouraging. I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. Government has expenditures that it is making. So for them to make an extra expenditure to buy vaccines, that's why they are waiting on merciful people.
Now you want to tell me that they shouldn't make vaccine as the priority, because now we are in the pandemic times.
Yeah.
So whatever expenditure you should be focusing on pandemic. Their first supplementary budget is in the parliament. Actually, we are failing to talk about the corruption.
Yeah.
That money is designated and it is there in the budget, but people are just eating. They are not sympathizing with us. The country, you cannot tell me that the country is not having money to buy vaccines. Yet now it is the priority. That is what
let me
there.
let me ask you a question, Ivan. As we wind up this whole thing, do you think government has people it is paying taxpayers' money to advise them to think outside the box
By the way, let
of
me
how
tell-
to appropriate funds, of how to?
Let me tell you one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what pains me a lot. Government is employing people even who are not necessary. We are doing the advisory role, but we are not paid. People are there who are just gazetted that we are the ones to advise this and
Yeah.
this and this.
Yeah.
But now for them also they have resorted to eating. We talk about anyone who tells you everyone in Uganda now Korea eating.
No, but,
so
but
they are
those are
not.
conspiracies, Ivan. There are
No.
people who are serving this nation truthfully, and the person is a civil servant.
Now, if you are truthful and you have not even bought even one dose of AstraZeneca vaccine or any other type of vaccine, how do you tell me that you are patriotic?
But can't we trust the process? Government is in plans.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
the plan is it is too late. It is too late. Now you cannot just depend on donations. And all that
But,
for me, I bring.
but your economy can't move without
I blame
donations.
us ourselves.
Yeah.
The foolishness we have.
Yeah.
If as a country we come
Yeah.
and we put accountability to those people.
Yeah.
They either migrate to another planet and we take over. We
Your
don't
last
want
words.
people to pray us in our taxpayer, in our money.
Look in that camera and give your last words as we wind up the show.
So,
Yes, Stuart, your last words.
So now me, I would advise my friend here not to blame the government. Is blaming, in his words, is blaming the government,
Yeah.
blaming the government. But Mr. Ivan is my friend. But for him, in anything, he blames the government.
No,
but
I speak the truth about what about.
wait, let me
about
conclude.
the
Let me
government.
conclude. Let me conclude. But me, I'm advising the government now, also, because the government, I'm not blaming it, but I'm advising it.
Yeah.
Mr. General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency, is not having any problem. But those people who are under him,
Yeah.
those who are working under the president,
Yeah.
it's the problem.
Is the first problem because he's the one presiding over
No,
the
it's
president.
not the
Ivan,
problem.
let
If
the man
it ca-
finish. Let the man finish.
So I'm advising
Yeah.
the Minister of Health, Minister of Education, sit down, plan for the students
Yeah.
to go back to school.
Yeah.
Because I was with my supervisor at work, Mr. Haj. He told me that he was asking me, when are you going back to school? I said, I don't know. Because
No idea.
No idea. When you see on the Yazaka thing, when I was looking on WhatsApp, there is they were scheduling that we are going back in May next year.
But that has not yet been confirmed.
It has not been confirmed,
Yeah.
but we are seeing it spreading on the media.
Yeah.
So we get worried on that.
Yeah.
So he was asking, I told him that I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Mr. President, you are the one who leads those people, all the ministries. So I'm requesting the Minister of Education, Minister of Health,
Yeah.
to plan for us
Yeah.
and students. Let's go back and finish.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming through, gentlemen. Your last words, Ivan, in a nutshell.
Thank you very much. So I also appeal to Mr. President and your wife, who is the Minister of Education and Sports. Please, for me, you always blame me because you are the one presiding over this government. Anybody who is not performing to standards, you have the mandate to sack him. Please do the needful. The education, we need it as a country. If you are patriotic and you want to leave a legacy, please make sure that you open up the education institutions so that we become the future generation of tomorrow.
All right. It's been one of those ones. Every time we have Ivan Tukundane on set, you expect fire, you expect antagonism, you expect opposition. This man, I won't be surprised 10 years from now if he's in any opposition. It may not be for General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, but it will be another government and he will still be on the opposition. All right, thank you very much. Many thanks to our host today, Casa de Roy Restaurant and Bar. Thank you very much. This is a really exquisite place. We've had a lovely ambience, lovely place. Now, good night, good luck, adios for God and my country. May the good Lord bless this beautiful Uganda. Ciao.